Hey everybody, welcome back to another Pounds 978 Customs video. And right now we have Logan from the Venomverse, Old Man Logan. This is actually 2.0, my second one. I don't know which one is better. They both are pretty much the same. The only difference is the line work is slightly different on the rib area, and it has an alternate head that the other one didn't have. Same recipe, same formula. If you want to watch the other Wolverine, you can click this card right there. But I had sold that Wolverine within like a day of making it. Didn't even post it for sale. Someone inboxed me about it and I decided to let it go. I'm glad I did though, because I know it's in the hands of a great collector, because he sends me pictures of the collection he has and the customs with it, and they're dope. So I'm happy knowing they're going to a good place. It's kind of like raising puppies, right? And people want to buy the puppies. You just don't want to sell them to anybody. Abusive parents and stuff like that. You got to make sure these puppies are going to good places. That's the best way I can think about it. I know, it's dumb. It's not life. I see Hasbro doing this in the future. I don't see why not. Hasbro should do this, as a matter of fact. And guess who just so happens to be available for hire? Hi!
I already applied and they find someone better.
What can I say about this guy that I have not said already? Oh yeah, look. He has a tongue this time. And probably that head you're wondering where it came from. That is a Morbius head. Just ripped out the hair and sculpted some new hair. Kind of try to like replicate the unmasked Wolverine from the vintage wave. And then I added a tongue. It's not magnetic or anything. It's just sculpted to fit into Morbius's open mouth. So it fits kind of cool. I mean, it fits well enough, but it's not like so secure. You can't like do flips with the figure and expect it to stick on, but it is secure enough to take some poses. Doesn't take much effort to take it off or put it on, so it's just an option you can have if you want to have it. He does have it in the comics, so I figured, why not? Old Man Logan from the Venomverse. If you want to make one of these, all you need is a vintage Wolverine or the Juggernaut Wave Wolverine, either one. But this is a vintage. Actually, I would actually have to use the vintage for the Logan head, for the unmasked head. So, excuse that comment. But, yep, vintage, paint, Morbius if you want the open mouth, and some sculpt for the tongue and the hair, of course. And that should be pretty much it for this. The problem with the Venomverse comics are the inconsistency in the way the characters are drawn up. So there'll be certain little intricate designs that are on certain pages that are not featured in other pages. So it confuses me sometimes on which route to take when it comes to customizing action figures. And by that I mean the shoulder pads. Sometimes he has it on and sometimes he doesn't. With or without them, I don't think it makes or breaks the figure. But from my honest opinion, I prefer it without it, because I'm an articulation guy and I need the articulation. These two heads kind of look like they're the same person almost. It's kind of fascinating to look at them. Ugly face, but they look like they're the same person. So Morbius works out really well, guys. But real quick about the shoulder pads, I seen the new yellow Wolverine that's coming out soon on a review. Shout out to Plastic Addict. I watched his review on the new Wolverine, and it seems like they had to change the arms. Well, they didn't have to change the arms, but they definitely changed the arms and gave it less articulation, probably due to the shoulder pads, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know, I haven't had it in hand, but from what it looked like it just dropped in articulation, and it's a bummer for me because it reminds me of the gray Deadpool. But these arms go up pretty well, and the butterfly joints still move effectively. You can get that range. The bicep swivel, you get that double jointed elbow, but although it feels like a single jointed elbow. The wrist swivel and hinge. The waist does swivel. You get the ab crunch, goes up and down. And the legs do kind of split a little bit. You get that thigh swivel. And everything's alright. I show this because, again, it's just, you want to move your figure around after it's painted. You don't want anything to fall off or rub. And granted, it will happen. I'm not going to say it'll never happen. That's just what's going to happen the more you move these figures around. But if, you know, the idea is to just eliminate as much plastic rubbing against each other as you can in order to add layers of paint. But someone asked me if they can do stop motion videos with custom action figures, or my custom action figures, and I said sure, why not? Let's pop on this other head, though, just to see what it looks like. He does not wear a mask in the comic. He may have, like, a mask in the other Wolverine version, the black and yellow Venom Wolverine, which is pretty cool, too, but he doesn't in this comic, so there's no need for this head. Figured why not, though. For me, I gotta say, these two heads are probably the best for me. I don't know. I was gonna say like deal winner, the opposite of deal breaker. I don't know. Deal maker. There we go. These are the deal makers for me. I want to ask which head is better, but it's pretty dumb to ask because they look kind of the same. But on the left is the Morbius head, and on the right is the Wolverine. See the white from Morbius's face, with just some sculpt around his head. And it's pretty simple to do. Someone recommended me to do it on the last one, and I forgot who it was, so I'm sorry. I want to shout you out, bro. I really forgot. And I searched my Instagram messages and Facebook messages. I don't remember who it was. So if you know, hit me in the comments. Let's just put this tongue on up close. You can see that it fits because it's sculpted right before it dried. I just pressed it in enough so it will fit. But then don't do somersaults with the figure because it will fall off. I wanted to magnetize it at first, but I just didn't want to drill a hole in his mouth or in the back of his mouth. So I thought sculpting it would be just fine. Here's some work in progress pictures. Morbius head sculpted. I did the little curl on the front that he has hanging over his forehead. Didn't sculpt chin hairs, but I did get those sideburns. Got me looking like a honky tonk, baby. Made the devil cry at the sight of me. I grabbed this issue at a comic shop in my local area. If you happen to be in Reading, Massachusetts, check out Comically Speaking. They have a lot of cool stuff. And I was lucky to find this. But this is the Edge of the Venomverse, issue 4, Wolverine story. It's just a variant issue. And someone actually wanted me to do that T-Rex since the Jurassic Park figures came out. I've seen a bunch of hype on it. Someone was like, are you going to get the T-Rex and do it? I was like, I don't know. Are they in scale? And someone was like, dude, it's in perfect scale. I'm like, well, bro, man, send me the figure. They're like, nah, man, I don't even know you. I'm like, cool, man. No, that didn't happen. But he did tell me that it was in scale. And I said, all right, well, I got to take a look at it. I'll see it in the store. And I did happen to go by a Walmart, but I wasn't sure if it was the same figure because it had 2 of them in it. And there was one that was really big for $50. And I didn't have a figure on me to check if it was in scale. Lazy me, I could have just turned around and grabbed the Legend off the shelf, but I didn't even do that. So, but it would be cool to make a T-Rex. I'm not going to make one, though. Here is Ant-Man, right? You can't get T-Rex, but we do got Ant-Man. And there's no need to zap him in, because I'm just going to leave him here really quick. And I seriously want to sincerely take this time to say thank you guys who always come by and show love and throw your thumbs up and leave positive comments and tell me that it looks cool and it's dope, it's fire, makes me want to keep doing more. Because I know I'm getting a positive response. And sometimes I get negative response, but it happens. I need those negative responses as well. I'm alright with negative criticism, because without it, you won't progress. I mean, I don't need yes men all the time. I don't want people scratching my back and putting batteries on me, just making sure that I'm moving. I want to make sure that, you know, if I make a mistake, someone who can genuinely help me, though. Like, you don't got to be mean about it and just bash it completely. Unless it's disgusting, and I would understand that. But be like, shit work, man. You fucking suck. Like, whoa, bro. It's a kid's channel. You just got me 2 thumbs down for that.
Nah, man. Old Man Logan's rated R. You get 1 F word.
YouTube, you already know. Here's Pork Rind, though. Still one of my favorite figures. Kept them. But if you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man and Venomverse customs, feel free to click that like button or thumbs up button. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this Logan. And subscribe for more videos. And hit that notification bell if you want to get the content when it uploads. And I'll leave you with this little brawl between these 2 animals. Who you calling an animal?
You want to throw down with me, bub? This is my place. Berserker Claw!
Hey, guys, chill out. Hey.
This guy serious? What the f...
Oh, come on. 1 F word.
Cut it out.